Hey folks, Quillian here, and welcome to the ongoing adventures of Brad the Gargoyle in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup! We are currently, well, Spear Bearer, because I guess it is our highest skill, is pole arms. But we probably are planning long term to still go with axes. Still, it's going to be very handy when we get to the lair to have a good pole arm that doesn't whack heads off of hydras. We're currently on dungeon level 10. We have found the orc branch, but we're still looking for the lair, which is going to be on the next level because it's only spawns between level 8 and 11. So apparently it's going to be on level 11 this time around. I'm going to poke down this staircase. I'm going to come back up. I'm going to go down a different staircase. Hello, Komodo dragons. Now they can be pretty dangerous because a bite of 34 damage ain't no joke. I'm going to go ahead and berserk because I don't want to take a risk over there. And we can escape up the stairs just fine. Now I can't remember with Trog. Wait, but going Berserk costs us nothing. Interesting. Trog's hand costs us piety. Didn't realize Berserk was completely free. I guess because it comes with a risk. So yeah, we can Berserk all day long and not worry about piety. Two-headed ogre. How do I feel about that? I think we've taken one out already. We've got teleports and blinks. I think I would feel much safer fighting it on the level above. But the problem is we'd have to give it basically a free hit for it to follow us up the stairs. So I think the plan is going to be this. I am going to leave it behind. We're going to try to clear more of this level first, so then we can fight it on this level while this level is mostly empty. I would love to go and take a peek down this staircase over here. I just want to make sure that if we drag something up, okay, it should be relatively safe. All right, that's fine there. Let's go west. If the ogre shows up behind us. I mean, we do have teleport scrolls. There's the lair entrance. We do have teleport scrolls and blink scrolls. Okay, we've got an emergency hatch there. That's really good. But I'd rather not use those scrolls, right? Preserve, preserve, preserve as much as possible, rather than use them now and run out later. I suspect we still have some potions to identify. Potion of Brilliance, which we can't use right now. So we'll drop it now, so it doesn't use up any inventory place. And I suspect that the potions of Brilliance are set to not auto pickup, and that is the case. Ooh, longsword. More ID. Now I can use the ID scrolls on our other scrolls, which we might do, but we might get some free ID if we buy them in shops as well. All right, we got a four-headed hydra over there. It is interesting. It's still flagged as red for extremely dangerous. I suspect we're actually fine here, especially with the weapon that we've got, and it's only four-headed. There's no one around. There we go. I was like, I don't think I have to go berserk. All right, our training target for our polearms has been reached. Now, the actual skill is lower. If I do this, we can see the base level polearms is 10.7. It's still pretty high, but the actual level is lower. I could turn axes back on, which might be a good idea, because we know there's, again, we fairly confident there's a good chance we're going to be using axes later on. But we don't actually need it now. The other thing I could do is turn on fighting and armor, and maybe even dodging, which ultimately we're going to want. Now dodging, we do have the -2. Now, often you don't want to spread your skills out because usually it's important for you to get a particular skill to a particular level, but that's not really the case right now. Except I suppose shields, because with shields, the higher shield skill, the more shielding we get from our shield, but also it removes the penalty from combat with this. With our kite shield, we needed, what, a 15? So if there's anything that we are looking to get to a certain level with a certain priority, it might be the kite shield, although it's coming along pretty well as is. I kind of want to turn everything else on here, though, because a trickle of fighting gives us more hit points. Trickle of armor can give us a little bit more AC, although there's some breakpoints there. Trickle of dodging gives us a bit more EV, although depending on how heavy the armor we're wearing, there's some fall off there. I'm going to set a target for the dodging, because the first few levels of everything are cheap. So I'm going to go with something like 5 points of dodging, and then we'll turn it off. And then if we end up staying on sort of medium-ish armor, then maybe we'll turn dodging back on. But we may as well get a few points, because we might be able to get a bit of evasion. How much evasion we get mostly depends on everything about what we're wearing, but I think it's going to be okay to put a few points in there. Okay, this level is mostly empty. Okay, done exploring, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to Shift X, Control F to forget. and put it back on auto explore, and I'm going to fight this ogre. I'm going to go berserk, wait for him to step forward once, and then start to smack him down. Awesome. Now I'm going to fully rest, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to re-explore the entire level, just to double confirm that there's nothing else here. And with that, I think we're going to be quite eager to go down into the lair, because we should be in a good position to fight in the lair here. If we run into a bottleneck, we can go back to the main dungeon for a little bit, but I think right now this is going to be pretty good for us. Ring of protection from fire. I mean, I may as well put it on since we've got a free finger. Runed flail. It's unlikely, no matter what the brand is, that we'll be looking to use the flail. Again, it cross-trains with axes, so these water moccasins would often be a little bit terrifying, but we're immune to poison, which is one of their biggest threats. Okay, yaks come in packs. Blink frogs often come in packs as well, and can be very frustrating to fight. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to move back towards the staircase. I'm not looking to avoid fighting them, I just want to have... Wait, where's the upstairs? Oh, up there. Okay. I just want to make sure that I have sort of an escape plan in place. Oh, did we just have the one yak? Okay. Guess they sort of broke. Alright, there we go, and there's all the blink frogs. Yeah, so again, the best way to do is this way. Come to me. Yeah, you're gonna do blinky blinky shit. Now that we definitely have a pack, I'm gonna keep moving here. Okay. Some of them might have split off at this point. Fighting skill was up. So I was willing to fight. Because again, I'm not worried about any individual one. It's mostly about a big group. We got a hiss, so there's probably more water moccasins or something. Oh, black mamba. I might be wrong. Maybe the moccasins aren't poisoned. Maybe they're just very fast. But these guys here... Yeah, it's mostly poison stuff. This should all be fine. Especially a bottleneck like this. I mean, we've got lots of emergency things, but I really want to save those for when we get into actually scary areas. Komodo Dragon has me a little bit more scared because you can see how much damage it does, which is one of the reasons I went Berserk to fight the other one before, but I shouldn't have to. Now, it was completely safe to go Berserk the last time, which is why I did it. Here, there's some risk to going Berserk. Amulet Acrobat is interesting because it does add evasion. I think it's evasiveness while we move, but I think the Guardian Spirit is still the way to go. I'm actually going to just drop this here. Okay, let's pop down a stair. Let's go back up, check a different staircase. I'm going to go back up and do the last one. Give us maximum vision on this floor and show us where the exits are. Although, it turns out two of these are very close to one another. Chain mail. Ancient ring mail. RLEC, which we don't need. RF, which is nice, and stealth. I don't think that's worth replacing the scale mail over here. With the slaying. I forgot about the slaying. That actually, if I had remembered the slaying, which adds +2 damage, it would have made the decision to stay on the spear that much easier, because it does attack very quickly, and we're adding some static damage from the slaying here. Again, this combat with the Komodo Dragon could go very badly. The thing is, we do have regenerate, so if we need to run, we can. I don't think the Komodos are fast. I think they're normal speed. Hello, helmet. We don't have one of you yet. Wear a helmet for an extra little bit of AC. Ring of positive energy. All right, we'll hold on to that for now. Although we're not going to fight anything that needs negative energy resistance for a little while. If we're going to go extended, we are going to want maybe a little bit of int for some spells. Although there's nothing that says you can't keep Trog forever. I think I'm going to plan on it, though. I think I'm going to start boosting intelligence. Because while boosting your strength does decrease the encumbrance penalty from your heavy armor that affects your spell casting, I think boosting intelligence helps more. Did I get 2 points? Maybe I got one random and then the one I chose. I can now call in reinforcements. We're at level 4 piety. That is a powerful ability. Hello, Merfolk Siren. But that, I think, does cost piety. So these guys do tend to do pole army things. On the bright side, that means we can potentially collect some more pole arms. But while I believe the trident is better than the spear, and it is, I don't think it's worth replacing our +4 Vorpal here. So the trident has a base damage of 6 versus the spear's... Sorry, the spear has a base damage of 6. The trident has a 9. But the Vorpal counts as +1, and then it's got the +4 on top of that. And the spear's got the better to hit, and a better speed overall as well. So I think the spear is still the way to go. Although base damage is quite good for things. Hello, Polar Bear. Now, you can definitely hit quite hard, but I don't think... And I don't want to berserk here if I don't have to, just because we are a little bit exposed. Done exploring. Down these stairs. 6-headed hydra is a little scary. I can't remember. They're poison resistant, right? Yeah. Not immune, but not really useful. On the other hand, being cold-blooded, they don't like the cold. But I don't like fighting 2 of them at the same time, so it's a bit of a waste of a charge. Right. That is kind of terrifying. I'm going to go ahead and berserk here. Because I would say that a lot of them will spread out, which is going to be good. We could theoretically be in trouble when the berserk ends, although then we can always scroll. But most likely the berserk will let us just kill everything, and it did. So I didn't feel like we were in true risk over there. Where's the last staircase? You over here. Kill the bullfrog. All right. Hello, elephant. Now, they often come in packs and can knock you back. So they can knock us off the stairs, which is scary. I'm going to do this. Oh, shit. He knocked me off as I was going up. How about this one? Okay, this one's fine. Can be a little scary. Come back to this over here and start doing a little exploration. Hit points are up to 70, or effectively 91, really. Ring of Willpower. Now that's quite nice. Well, I don't really need magic resistance here. But I also don't really need fire resistance. So we'll do that. Get a point of willpower. Cane Toad. You have been rebranded. I think you used to be... What were you used to be called? I don't know, but you're the same. Yeah, you're covered in things, so if we melee you, we can get poisoned. Well, I think we get stung as well, which is really bad for melee. I don't know if it works for reach attacks, though. It looks to me like... I don't think we took it while we were doing the reach. Okay, 6-headed hydra. Now, they're normal speed unless they're in water. We're going to have to take out the hydras. I just want to make sure it's only one at a time. Oops. Misclick move there. Poke you once from distance. Oh, a couple of times from distance. Maybe we can just fight you here. I was going to bring you up the stairs, but he was so weak, and it was like, may as well not give him a shot. Okay. So yeah, I think the hydras are fine. They get flagged as an extra... Ooh, shit. Okay, we can't be petrified, so that's good. But that's still a lot of dangerous stuff over here. Now, the water moccasin, as I say, is very fast. It's being calcified, which is interesting. That is petrifying, right? Not sleep? Petrifying cloud, yeah. Which, again, we're immune to petrification. So again, this being flagged as a red difficulty creature is misleading. What do the rats do? Oh, they drain life. See, I don't like that. So I am going to want to split these guys up. There you go. Follow me up the stairs. Thank you. Now, this would have been a good axe area. Okay. That might have been dangerous with the life drain, although they didn't seem to do anything to us, so that's good. I was going to say, there's still a hydra running around. Don't want to run into it while we fight other things as well. Now, this one's only 5-headed. The last one was 6. We have a lot of physical damage resistance, which that's what the hydras do. They hit many times for a decent amount of damage. You know, because they can hit once for each head. But as long as you're not causing their heads to multiply, and if you do have decent physical damage resistance, it's not so bad. Alright, shield's coming along well. We're getting those extra hit points from fighting. And fighting does also help your melee damage and everything too. I could turn the axes back on, but I mean, we don't actually know if we're going to end up with axes yet. Is this going to be a ghost? Dunham's ghost. What's your deal, buddy? Grappler. Troll monk. 118 hit points. 23. So 50% chance to hit us for 23. There's no reason we have to take you now. But I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem with it later. But we may as well just wait. Poke, 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 poke. Killer bees. These would be extremely dangerous if we were vulnerable to poison. Because they are fairly dodgy. They have no hit points, but they're fairly dodgy. I'm just going to step back here so only one of them can engage us at a time. Yeah, they're fairly dodgy, and they like to poison, so they can really add up. But I think here we're great. This sort of swarm could easily kill a lot of characters, but it won't be a threat at all to us. Because the problem is they're always in huge groups. Like that. Now, oh, I can't Ice Blast here. What I could do is we could pull back like this, because I think the Wand of Acid is a line, maybe? Maybe not. Now, I don't know if the Queen Bee is dangerous at all. Oh, yes, I want to check out the Queen Bee. She can't really evade. She's got no hit points. She can berserk others. I guess that would be part of the threat. Monster Berserk is really bad because of the way it adds the way it adds damage. Okay, dodging target is being reached. And we might turn that back on later, just because, you know, one extra pip of evasion here and there can make a big difference. So far, so good. Killer bees nearby. Okay. Ooh, and another. Die, 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 die. There you go. Ambrosia potions. They cause you to regenerate very quickly, but become confused. Wyvern can have a poison cloud, but we'd be immune to that, so we weren't scared of that at all. We're going to ignore you some more. And instead go downstairs. Go upstairs. Kill the cane toad. What is this? Transporter landing site. Oh, okay. It's going to be one of the... Not a gauntlet exactly, but... Are we at the bottom of Lair? No, not at the bottom of Lair. What? I don't know if I've seen this before. Okay, hello, Naga. So somewhere, presumably... So the Nagas do have poison and reach. What's nice here, this guy's going to be... He's going to stay in this doorway because he can reach me here. So the others aren't going to be able to engage. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward. Now they could still decide to sneak around me. And they're doing constricting things and stuff too, but... How scared am I? Not really. Should I be more scared here? I've always got the Berserk if need be. That guy was surprisingly annoying to kill. No decent tridents. Okay. Scroll of blinking. Thank you. Do we have identifying potions? Yes, we do. So we're going to identify Potion of Degeneration. I mean, we were unlikely to randomly quaff it. I can't remember why the Crawl RC file I've got marks the Potions of Degen of, are you sure you want to drop it? Oh, I'm frozen. That's okay. Cold never bothered me anyway. That's not true. I have no cold resistance. Die. Oh, that's interesting. So we are getting a little bit of combat impediment from our armor, which is a combination of lack of armor skill / lack of strength. There's no point at which that penalty goes away. People have all kinds of like little rules of thumb and stuff for that. But basically the total encumbrance, where's my armor? The total encumbrance of everything you're wearing factors in. So some people are always like, well, double your total encumbrance, you know, +1 or something like that is how much strength you should target. We definitely have enough strength for that. So it's very rare, I think, that we're actually missing because of our armor. Rhyme Drake. You're frozen. Oh, the Abyss. All right, well, eventually we're going to have to visit you. Lurking Horrors. Looks harmless. Floating mass of negative energy, bound to bring terrible torment once forces holding it together dissolve. Oh! So, do I want to fight these? They don't show up in the list of enemies. Yeah, they do torment. Well, we should kill them. Have I seen those before? I don't know if I've ever seen them before. That is interesting. So they're effectively harmless until you kill them. Hello, Snake Pit. So I think you get snake or spider. I think snake is generally... Oh, shafted. Oppressive heat. Okay, well, that's kind of fine. Before we run into a fire-generating creature, we're going to equip the Ring of Fire Resistance instead of Willpower. Although, maybe I don't need the Strength, and we might get hit with spell... Well, we'll find out. Let me read Magic Mapping and see where that is. Okay, it's right over here. So there's a little side branch to a fiery realm. Okay, let's drop... Well, these things would be vulnerable to cold, but we're not skilled in that, so we're not going to worry about this. We'll drop the battle axe. We're not going to do two-handed axe stuff. I just kind of want to make some room. Okay, actually, we'll drop the Phantomir as well, because we're not going to be using that. So I only have 1 pip of fire resistance. It's going to be a little scary in there, but probably okay. Enter the volcano. Hello, Firebat. You've killed many of my Zerglings. Now you must die. Hello, lava snakes. Are you going to... Oh, no, wrong button. I was just trying to draw them forward here. Oh, they stay in the lava. Well, we even have a reach to make killing them a little bit simpler. Fire bats. I mean, so far these are all really squishy things. Armor skill goes up. Lava snakes are okay. There's a doorway over there. I'm just hoping I'm not moving too far forward into danger here, but this seems okay. Bunch more fire bats. Before I push forward... Okay, no, that was fully explored. All right. So I can leave that way. Hell Hog. What's the deal? Hell Hog. Large and aggressive swine, bred in hell. Breath burns its foes to ashes. It can fireball and bite for 20. I might just want to break line of sight, but I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe I should have guarded the doorway. The 1 pip of fire resistance seems to be doing us well here. Okay. And then we get to loot some treasure. Hello, Molten Gargoyle. Bolt of Magma. You only have 31 HP. Only 20% chance to evade. Can hit for 20 and then deal extra fire damage. I'm not going to mess with you. I'm going to go berserk here. I've died to enough gargoyles in the past. Okay. Kite Shield of Fire Resistance. So we're going to wear that. And we can drop our old Kite Shield. And it's fine that we're not going to be able to access this branch. There's no reason we'd ever want to pick that up. Air gets thick with the scent of sulfur. Is that just a random message, or is there something that actually builds up here? Glaive is two-handed. Although the fire effect's pretty cool. I'm going to grab it just in case we decide we're going to do shit with it later on. We're still slowed, but we do have extra fire resistance now from our Kite Shield. Now, Fire Dragon's kind of scary. I'm going to use my Brothers in Arms. I'm not going to mess around with this. I'm going to quaff a Potion of Might. Can't go berserk, and I'm slowed right now. We're going to take that seriously. It didn't drop any scales. So yeah, this door opened up over here as well. What is that? That's quite interesting. Festabulous is a big sling. Hat of Organon. Our poison, which we don't need. Our cold into stealth. actually is probably worth wearing. So we're going to lose 1 point of AC from losing the helmet over here because the hat doesn't have any built-in stuff. But the Pip of Arc Hold, and even the Stealth might even be slightly useful. I think that is it for this area. Potion of Degen. We'll grab the extra Potion Mutation in case we want to do mutation stuff. But yeah, I think we're good. All right, let's get out of here. I will drop the Potion of Mutation. I will also drop the Festabulous and the Glaive. The Glaive is quite nice for chopping heads off of hydras, but I don't think we really need it right now. Ooh, hello, Potion of Might. Yak. There's going to be a bunch of yaks. I'm just going to move to the staircase in case we feel overwhelmed at some point. But we should be okay. Pure melee attackers and not even that scary about it. Fighting skill goes up. 5-headed Hydra, not even flagged as red anymore. Excellent. Just tab kill that. We're up to effectively over 100 HP, which is nice. We still have the regen from the boots as well, which doesn't help with the magic regen part, but that does actually have its own regen rate. Wand of Charming. Ruined War Axe. Well, we gotta go and take a look at what that is. +1 Vorpal War Axe. That's worth holding on to. We can probably expect to switch to this after we get out of here. I turn the Axe's skill on. I guess it doesn't let you set the skill limit here, unless it's equipped. Skill level 16. So we're going to set a target of axes, or maybe because it already had a target that exceeded it. Now set an axe target of 16. I'm not going to focus it. Nah, you know what? I will. It's going to be okay, because I think we will switch to it when we're done the lair. And we don't have to worry about our axes chopping heads off hydras and making them infinitely strong. We have a lot of potions of ambrosia. This is a little scary, but not really. Falling into a shaft right now is not what I like. Die quickly? Okay. Now, I could read a scroll of magic mapping. We are on the bottom of Lair. I could read a scroll of magic mapping to find the staircase, and we might... do that because I don't know where the exits are right now. And I would really prefer to move towards the exits. And they're probably clumped up on this map. Yeah, let's not mess around. We're going to read a scroll of magic mapping. Okay, they're not actually clumped up. Sometimes they're in a big group. Like all three will be on one wall. And it would be really unfortunate to not know where that is. I'm letting them surround me because I'm not nervous here. Now, what I could do is I could switch between my two weapons. I could use my axe for those situations. Actually, I might just be able to use the axe right now and just switch the spear for the situation where we run into... I'll just exclude this door. Oh, oops. There we go. What was I saying? And oh yeah, just switch the spear when we do run into a Hydra. And actually, I kind of like that idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relabel this spear. So I'm going to adjust it to B. And then the Vorpal War Axe, I'm going to adjust it to A. Because then what happens is if you hit the quotation mark, it'll toggle between A and B for your weapons. So I think the +1 War Axe is going to be overall better for us. Base damage, I mean, it's not infinitely high. It's not a broad axe or anything, but it does have its Vorpal. It's only +1 instead of a +3. So, I mean, our hit chance is going to be worse. We don't swing as often either. But it has better base damage, and it's got the cleave, which is usually going to be better. I just put the exclude on the big door there to make sure we didn't auto-explore through it. Would have been interesting to see if we were going to get more splash damage from the cane toad now. Boom. Okay. I guess I got to put a cut in here. Now this room, I don't know what version of... Oh, you know what I never did? Hold on. Go up and finish this level of the lair. And actually, hold on. Oh, there's the teleportation thing. So there's like a mini gauntlet here, I guess? Did I just fall through things a lot more than I thought? Maybe I was doing a peek and I forgot I was doing a peek. Oh, okay, this is full of those freezing statues. There's an exclusion level here. Is it train? Oh, it's just the freezing vapor that's causing it. Okay, we got another Phantom Mirror, which we've got. A Rune Cloak, which we don't know what it's got. The problem is, if we enter the teleporter, I think we got to make it all the way through to clear it. And I don't have any cold resistance. That's not true. I've got the hat on. And most of this is not very scary. I bet you we can clear that. Let's see, what does it look like over here? That's fine here too. I mean, it's not the like craziest, richest thing ever, but I think it's going to be okay. I don't know. We'll see. We'll put a cut in here and we'll figure out what we're doing next time. Oh, we did hit level 5 with Trog, which means we can start getting gifted weapons finally. Like 5 stars means we have over 120 piety, assuming the wiki is correct there. And it's at 120 piety that Trog can start gifting us stuff. So fingers crossed for some really kick-ass weapons. I can't remember if he weights us based on what your skills are or not, which might mean we'll get, you know, a bunch of polearms and axes, but who knows? Maybe we'll get something sweet that way. As far as I know, he can gift you like literally any base type weapon in the game. So if he ends up dropping us a Demon Trident or Trishula, then that's actually quite good. Hold on, I don't think you can get the Trishula, because I think that's the blessed version. To formulate demonic weapon, yeah, I think you have to convert it with TSO. Yeah, so he could gift us a Demon Trident, which is a very, very good polearm. And the base damage on it isn't super high, because it's only a 12, but it's got the reach, which is kind of nice, and the base, and +1 to hit as a base, as opposed to the Broad Axe, which has a base damage of 13, which is about the same as the Demon Trident, 12 versus 13, but the Broad Axe is a -2 to hit instead of a +1, but it does cleave. It's also slower, though. So, if we did get a Demon Trident as a gift, we might just stay with the polearms. And then all of a sudden becomes kind of interesting in terms of god choice, because you can do fun things with, like, say, Hep as a partner, if you've got a polearm to poke through, or switch to some god that's got summoning effect. Although, Trog has got his summoning stuff. Now I'm starting to wonder, do we commit to sort of polearms and stick with Trog and his buddies? It would be nice to cast some spells, though. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.